What's going on YouTube? Check it out. I'm gonna do a quick video on my breeding setup, feeders that I'm breeding, different type of feeders that I'm breeding. Right now I'm just feeding Oscars, and I got a Jack and in the Cara. They both eat some of these bugs, but I plan on getting reptiles in the future that I'm gonna be dealing with. So I'm just gonna jumpstart. Plus some of these things that I'm breeding, I know people who have pets that would like to buy some of the stuff. So I'm just gonna show you what I'm starting off with, and really it's all experimental. I have no experience with any of this. So you might have seen my video on my accidental superworm project that I did, and they seem to be doing great. As I said before, I just filled these. I got this 3-tier like drawer thing, and I just got them in here with some cheap oatmeal. It's cheap oatmeal from Walmart, and I didn't ground it up in here with the beetles, but I got some of this cardboard stuff. There's 4 beetles in here, and they've been mating. I don't know where the rest of them at. They're in here hiding somewhere. They can't climb up the sides. I found out at all. I've tried them to watch them. Only got one in here. What I do is I put fruit in there, and they'll lay the eggs in these little green baskets. I put fruit, and they've laid a couple of these baskets had eggs in them already, and I got them at the bottom drawer, and I'm not going to disturb them right now. Just let them be. It's the second drawer. This is where the the superworms are. Now, in my other video, I had actually took some of the superworms that I got out of the bin, the accidental bin, and I put them in these little ice trays that I use to breed them. To turn them into beetles. And I put them in these ice trays that I use to turn them to beetles, and I realized that they were much too small to go into there. So, like, these are some of the superworms that I got out of that accidental project. So they were, I would say, real small, and they probably were smaller than adult mealworms, or about that size. And I realized they were too small, so I threw them back in here. I'm gonna let them get some. This is oatmeal, slightly grounded up with a cricket food that I've used for my earthworms, and so I stir some of the cricket food up in here, and these and then I give them fruit as well. I have grapes in here right now, but I give them fruit, and they're all in here. So I went and got some egg crate for another project, and I realized these are how big they should be. Look at that, and then look at that, much bigger. So these are the guys that I will be using to reproduce. Get these guys back in here. Alright. Yeah, these are the guys I'll be using to reproduce. And you know, they have to have their own separate chamber in order to turn the beetles. So these ice trays actually work great as long as you don't open them and disturb them, because then you got to get them back in there. These ice trays will work great, and I just keep them in this closet. And the third tray has some eggs down there that they'll hatch, and I also have the same mixture down here for when those eggs hatch. So let's go to the earthworms. Now I'm also doing earthworms. You probably can see a few of them. I keep this room heated, and I feed the earthworms a cricket food, and there's about, I don't know, there's a good 70 earthworms in here. sometimes what I do, yeah, put a little moisture in here. You gotta keep it moist. I don't know if you want them to breed. They eat this food quick. I mean, every day I gotta put some in here. But I got about 70 in here. And sometimes I put the dying plants out of my aquariums into here. They eat that as well. And I really would like to show you, but I don't feel like digging around. Let's see. I'm just gonna dig in here. There we go. I know I got one there. They're probably running from me. Look. Oh wow. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I'm glad I seen that. That lets me know they're doing what they're supposed to do. What we got right here. A baby worm. These were all adults in here. And here go another baby worm. So they are reproducing. They are reproducing. Definitely are reproducing. So that's like, look at them. So they're the red wigglers. Maybe I should have said that in the beginning, but healthy. I'm going to put a little more moisture in here. And basically that is what I do. This is organic soil. I don't use the paper method like some people do, or shredded paper. It tends to be messy and not many results. But this tub that I'm using is fairly short. I would probably use something a little taller with a little more soil on it, depending on how many you're trying to breed. And this is one of the ones that have like a section for dryer sheets to like keep your clothes clean, and I use that for air holes. So I didn't have to actually make anything for air holes, and it keeps the humidity high without causing too much stagnant water or any mold or anything like that. I haven't had any problem with that. And check this out. This is just not really something I was trying to do. I went outside one day, and you probably not gonna see anything, but under a rag or rocks and some stuff that I had lying on the side, there was a bunch of babies, about 15 baby worms, earthworms. Wasn't sure what they were. I mean, they were less than an inch long, and wasn't sure exactly what type of earthworm they were. So I threw some organic soil in there with some food, and let's see where they grow out to be. So here they are. It was 15 of them all together, and give them a couple weeks and see how they do. Now I think I did a video on my black worms before. These are my black worms, and I started off with about 2 tablespoons of these things, and now I have tons of them. And I just got them in water with a sponge filter, and I don't really put anything at the bottom really, but I used to have it lined with this, but I couldn't get this stuff to stay to the bottom, and it continuously kept floating on me and just spinning in a way. So I took it all out, except this piece, because we had thousands of them congregating on this one piece. So I just kept that piece in there. So yeah, that piece really wasn't in the way. But basically, all I do is I just I feed them a mixture of goldfish food. I actually put the let me show you while I'm over here. This is actually the cricket food that I use for everybody. I give this to my superworms, the beetles, and almost all my bugs, the earthworms included. This is the earthworms main diet right here. And including, I mix even a little bit in with the fish food, and I crush it up sometimes and mix it together and put it in, and this is what I feed them, and it's been working. They love it. They're reproducing like crazy. I also throw them a leaf or two, because they eat leaves out of my aquarium when I got a lot of dead leaves and dead plant material in my aquarium, I'll throw some of it in here. And don't know why, I just do it just to see them devour it. Like, that's a piece of leaf right there. They're all conjugating on it, and they'll demolish that, and within probably by the day that'll be gone. So, and as you see, they're healthy, they're moving. Some people say that you can't have them. I've read several places that you're not supposed to have them in water. These been underwater for several months. Supposed to have like a place for them to breathe air. These been underwater for several months, and they're breeding and seem to be doing just fine. Usually, the cleanup is really easy because usually you just get a pile of debris in one area. Somehow it just gets to one little area, and I just suck it up with the turkey baser. That's how I suck these guys up when I need them to. With a turkey baser, and I rinse the debris out and try to get many of the worms that's back in here as possible without putting any debris. And that's it. And that's really it. And I just use, this is the top. It snaps in and they stay. It's been working for me. They've been reproducing like crazy. Actually, let me give you a shot of what they look like. Nice healthy worms. Just you can see them. Sometimes you can see them dividing. You can see where they're, because how they reproduce, from what I told, they can just divide into another worm. And it looks like some of them in here are dividing. You can see it's like some of them are a lighter color. Like half of it is dark and half is light. I believe that's them dividing. So yep, sorry for the glare, but so I'm not sure how much I have now, but I started off with about two tablespoons. This is the way, or teaspoons I believe, is the way the only pet store in the area that sells them around here. They sell it by teaspoons. That's the only way you can buy it. They call it portions. It's about a teaspoon. So I start off with 2 teaspoons, and yeah. Say hey guys. This is my pair right here, and of course Amana and his girl. So this is the one I'm really excited about because I just started this, and I'm excited to just even try this. I literally just set this up about 3 days ago. So I'll show you what I've done. I bought this Sterilite container from Walmart, and I'll show you construction. What I did was cut 4 holes in the top. Bing, bing, bing. I cut 4 holes in the top, and I use screen. This is from an old screen door I had. I just cut the screen, and the reason why I got tape on it, I use silicone, and I just used the tape to keep it down till silicone dry. And I already tested it right here to see if I could pull the tape off without it affecting, and it has effectively stayed in place. So that is silicone in place, just regular aquarium silicone. And I'll pull all the tape off later, and I'll have a secure thing. Now, what I found with this container anyway is these guys can't even climb up it anyhow, no matter how hard they try, and I watched them. So, and I'm sorry, this isn't, what's the name? It's a Hefty. I'll show you this hanger in case you like these. It's a Hefty high rise, and this is a, I believe it's like 72 quarts, right? Yep, 72 quarts. So, and I went to my local store, got some of these egg carton things, and I'll show you. I used now I only started off with 20 female and 5 male dubia roaches. These are dubia roaches, I'm sorry. And I use spacers between each one, like wooden boards cardboard sheets is spacers between each one. And what we have here, and I'll upload some footage at the end of 2 of these guys meeting. But what we have here is, these are the females, these little guys without the wings, and then these guys are the males right here with the wings. Interesting creatures. So we got a few on each row. I only have 20 of females, so you know, I don't have many. 20 females and 5 males. Just to start off with, just see if I like what I'm, you know, what's going on here. And I throw some tubes in, see if, you know, they might want to play in the tubes or whatever. And what this is dog food with, I mix a mixture of dog food, fish food, goldfish food, and cricket food, and just to give them a big variety. And sometimes I'll throw in fruit, a separate dish I won't put on top of that so it doesn't mold and stuff. I'll give them a little piece of fruit. This right here is a very interesting way to give them water. What they are small little crystals, kind of similar, reminds you what's in like a baby's diaper. They're soil moist little pellets that they absorb and release water and soil. They're ideal for outdoor use, potted plants, vegetable gardens, and hanging baskets and more. Now, it's nothing in it, it just absorbs water and releases it. So what it's able to do is the cockroaches are able to drink the water out of the little pellets, and it's non-toxic. You can use it in vegetables, and if you're going to use it for vegetables, I'm pretty sure it's safe. And this little bag costs about 15 bucks. I gave them that much. They probably wouldn't need that much, and this probably will last a while. I wish I would have showed you how much. I mean, literally, probably, I would say maybe an eighth of a cup is how much I had put down there, and filled that thing with water, and it absorbed every last drip of the water and expanded that much. I mean, it was literally nothing in there. So that's a great way to give them water. So that's what I did, and I'll keep you guys updated, of course. And I'll include some video of these mating. So this is really my feeders. We got my earthworms, the red wigglers. We have the superworms, and we have the dubia roaches and the black worms. The black worms probably will be the most easiest one. Black worms, you just leave them in there, and they're not really gonna do much for feeding my Oscars, but my community take and my smaller cichlids definitely eat them. And I also plan on selling them later. So look how freaking lucky I was, man. I got these guys. Yo, I got these adults maybe 3 days ago, 2 days ago, probably. Yeah, 3 days ago. Look at this. Babies already. So I obviously had some pregnated females, and that was just luck. So 3 days, I already got babies. Damn. We about to, yeah. So I'm gonna be needed to expand very quickly, and it's dozens of them. I mean, I don't know how many of the females actually have babies, but so yeah, that's a treat for me. I appreciate y'all for watching as always, man. Like, subscribe, and I'll keep y'all updated with what's going on. Yeah, that was amazing to me. Babies already, damn. Here, Superworms. breeding. Superworm beetles breeding. But anyway, I ain't gonna talk your head off. I appreciate y'all views, appreciate y'all watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna definitely any knowledge and information I come up with about any of this breeding or stuff like that, I'm definitely gonna share with you guys. So y'all keep it locked, all right? And much love. Like, share, and subscribe. Also comment, man. Also comment. I love comments.